Okay, what's up everybody? So this will be my first video on the main channel. And so for my first video, I saw this in a um in my Discord. And they told me to do a One Piece arc tier list. And so, you know what? I thought that's a great fucking idea. I can't wait. So, first up, we have Romance Dawn. Romance Dawn, it's pretty good. It's got some pretty good like parts in it. I mean, the most iconic scene is definitely when Luffy's coming out of the barrel, like when he's doing the Wacha. Um, so definitely like a B tier. It doesn't not a lot happens in Romance Dawn. It's literally only 8 episodes, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Not a bad arc. It's really short. It's nice and sweet. It introduces Luffy and like kind of what he can do. So I put it in B tier. Nothing crazy happens. Nothing crazy. Up next we have Orange Town. Orange Town, if I believe, is with the Buggy Pirates, right? Yes. No. Yes. No. I'm remembering wrong. Orange Town is where we fight Axan Morgan. I think it's a in my opinion it's a pretty good arc. It's not like I said, it's not anything crazy. I mean, it's definitely in my opinion B tier, probably above Romance Dawn because we get to see a little bit more fighting. And we get introduced to Zoro as a character and kind of what he's like. And that's always fun. We get to see more of the Straw Hat crew as they grow, and kind of more of like what Luffy is like as well. Because we see or no Zoro. We get to see kind of what kind of person Zoro is because he like the girl brings him like some rice or something and like rice balls that are like apparently made really bad, and he eats them off the dirt because this guy like comes and smushes them into the dirt or whatever. So hey, this is me from the future. So while I was editing, I realized that I talked wrong about Orange Town. Orange Town is where we meet Buggy and a bunch of the other people. I don't think it changes much of what I thought about the tier list, so I just wanted to let you all know because I messed up. I'm sorry. Orange Town is where we see Buggy. Not the Zoro thing. That was literally episode 2. So again, sorry, but yeah, I don't think it changes anything about my tier list. So, but up next we have Syrup Village. Syrup Village is pretty good. I thought it was an interesting one. It had a good plot twist. So I'm gonna it had a good plot twist. Definitely with Kuro, the cat pirates. I believe it's been so long since I've seen Syrup Village. I'm gonna be honest. So definitely like a B tier. I put it below Orange Town because I low key liked Orange Town a little more than Syrup Village. Baratier. Ooh, Baratier. Um, Personally, it's all right. I mean, we get introduced to Mihawk, we get introduced to Sanji, and you know some other pirates. But and we get introduced to what the hell is his name? Um, Freaking dude gets his ass beat by Luffy. I don't know. There's a scene where he holds up some like spiky shield, and he's got I don't know. Luffy punches through it or something. It's not a bad fight. I guess the staple of this arc is um, definitely with Zoro and his fight with Mihawk and all of that stuff, as well as we get to see Sanji's kind of backstory and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put it above Orange Town. If I there we go. Let's do that. Let's do that. Um, Next up we have or not Zoe. I was about to say Zoe. Arlong Park. Arlong Park low key pretty gas. We get to see the walk up, like when they're walking up to you know, the park or whatever after trying to help Nami. Definitely cool. We got a good fight scene with Arlong and Luffy. We get to see Nami's backstory. We get to see a bunch of other things happen. Um, Good. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I really like the walk up and the like. It gets to. It's just like or it's just so much aura. I mean, I just love it. Um, Next is Logtown. Personally, I didn't really enjoy Logtown all that crazily. I mean, we get to see Dragon for like a little bit, and there's like some And we get to see Captain Smoker, who's pretty cool, but I'm personally gonna put it in C tier. Reverse Mountain. Um, honestly, Reverse Mountain is a pretty good arc, but it's like it's not crazy. It's not anything crazy. It's got very little like to do with the story, at least in my opinion. I mean, you do have what's his name? Laboon. Laboon. Laboon's awesome. Love Laboon. But uh, Laboon felt like when you're first starting One Piece, Laboon just feels like a side character thing. Like nothing too crazy. And then later down the road, you realize he's a little more than that. But I'm gonna put him. I'll put Reverse Mountain on C tier. I didn't. Reverse Mountain's not a crazy arc. Nothing too crazy happens other than meeting Laboon and setting out on the Grand Line. Whiskey Peak. Hey, it's me again from the future. So I realize again I mixed up Whiskey Peak and Drum Island. So please, I know I'm not fucking larping. All right, just believe me. All right, I have watched all 1,000 episodes. I'm caught up. All right, there shouldn't be any more mistakes from here. I do realize later in the recording that I messed it up though. So Whiskey Peak. Okay, Whiskey Peak. The live action did a really good job of doing Whiskey Peak. I personally like Whiskey Peak. I'm gonna put it above like high B tier because I don't. It doesn't have actually. Okay, no, I'm putting it in A tier because we get to see some crazy. We get to see some cool moments like with Luffy, in the pirate flag that Chopper had. We get to see Chopper's backstory. We get to see Wapple for the first time. We get to meet all the characters from Drum Island, and you know, it's just a good arc. I like the arc. Um, Little Garden. Little Garden. I'm gonna be a little honest. Little Garden. When I was watching it, it was kind of a tough watch at first, but then you kind of get into it, and it's like, okay, these guys are pretty cool. You get to meet the giants. You get to meet Broggy and Groggy. I think their name is. Hold on. Is it Broggy and Groggy? Yeah, Broggy and Groggy. And so we get to meet Mr. Three. We get to meet this bomb. No, 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 not the bomb dude, because we meet him earlier. But no, I like Little Garden a little bit. The beginning is a little bit of a slog, so I'll put it. I'm gonna put it above Syrup Village and maybe Romance Dawn. I'm gonna move Romance Dawn above Syrup. Nah, I'll leave it where it's at. Oh wait, no, Whiskey Peak is not Chopper's backstory. I'm actually remembering that. It's been a while. Okay, you gotta cut me some slack. Whiskey Peak was where we meet Vivi and all them guys, and and we get to hear about Mr. One and Vivi's kind of thing. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna put it in C tier. I honestly didn't really like Whiskey Peak. It's just short arc. It's not anything crazy. Little Garden's gonna stay where it's at. I mean, it's gonna stay there. Drum Island. I mixed up Whiskey Peak and Drum Island. They're immediately going A tier.
Bro's not wearing any.
And
I'm wearing pants.
somebody followed me. Okay, so somebody just followed me in the middle of recording. So that's fucking funny. Alabasta. Alabasta's a really good arc. I like Alabasta. It's kind of a slog in the beginning. It's kind of hard to pay attention a little bit. Once you get into the nitty gritty stuff of meeting Crocodile and meeting, well, not meeting, but being with Smoker, and you get to see you get to see a bunch of different characters that are really cool. Definitely I don't know. I'm gonna move Drum Island down, and I like Alabasta. Alabasta's a good arc. You get to see some funny things with Luffy and kind of more of how his power works. Obviously he's made of rubber, but you get to see Water Luffy, and Water Luffy's fucking hilarious. Jaya. Jaya is with you get to meet you get to meet a few great characters. You get to meet one. You get to meet Bellamy or Bellamere. I think it's Bellamere. Hold on, I gotta make sense. It's been a while, bro. I haven't seen Bellamy or Bellamere. It's Bellamy. My bad, y'all. I promise I'm not LARPing. I've actually watched the show. There's just a lot. There's a lot of anime. There's a lot of episodes, a lot of characters to remember, and I'm just having a hard time. So with Jaya's alright. I like Jaya. You get to meet Blackbeard. You get to meet Bellamy. You get to see the crazy. The favorite part of Jaya is where they Blackbeard and Luffy are eating strawberry raspberry pie, and they drink something. I can't remember. And Luffy's like, "Oh, this is the worst pie," and Blackbeard's like, "Oh, this is the best pie." I don't know. I'll put it on the screen for y'all. But honestly, Jaya's not anything crazy. I'm gonna put it in C tier. It's not anything crazy, crazy cool. I mean, I'm gonna put it above all of these guys because it does have the part with Bellamy getting absolutely just mollywopped. So, and that's kind of a cool, awesome part. Skypiea. Some people skip this arc. I don't know why. To be honest, to the lore, it doesn't add a whole lot. To like the actual story, I don't think it adds much. A lot of people think there's a lot of correlation between Skypiea and Wano when Luffy, inevitably goes Gear 5. But I love this arc. I think Enel is a great character. I'm not going to put it in S tier because I think that's a little biased on my opinion. So I'm going to put it top of A tier. I really like Skypiea. In the beginning, it's a little hard to watch, but like once you get into the nitty gritty and you're like actually like seeing what's fucking happening, oh dude, I mean, it's got some crazy fight scenes. You get to meet a Logia type for the first time. Well, not Logia type for the first time, but like you get to meet basically God, which is a Nell. Nell's just crazy. He got diffed because he met his worst matchup. Like I don't understand. Long Ring Longland. Honestly, I fucking hated this. It's going in D tier. We do get to meet Afro Luffy, but other than that, it's staying in D tier. I don't care what other people say. This is the worst arc in my opinion. I thought about skipping it at some point. I was like, can I skip this arc? It's awful. I hate it. Foxy's pretty funny, but it was just a lot of back and forth, and I was like, just get on to like the next part, the next actually good island. Water 7. Oh, dude, Water 7 is a good build up to the next arc. In my opinion, I combine Water 7 and Enies Lobby a little bit, but not the greatest thing to do in my opinion. But Water 7, in my opinion, definitely high B tier. I definitely like Water 7. It's a good arc. It's got a crazy plot twist. You get to learn a little bit about Robin. You get to see Robin and Alabasta as well. Nico Robin's great. I love her character. It's amazing. I mean, she's just a great character. Enies Lobby. Straight fucking S tier. What else did you say? I mean, you have the I want to live scene. You have you have Luffy going Gear 2. You have Lucci versus Luffy for the first time. And oh my god, was that fight fucking peak. You get to also see Zoro use his Ashura 9 sword style, I think it's called. Let me make sure. Yeah, Ashura 9 sword style. Fucking peakest arc. It's not the greatest arc in this series, but it is S tier. It is one of the best ones in my opinion. Post Enies Lobby. I don't honestly remember what all happens in Post Enies Lobby. I just know they kind of like go on with their day. So I'm gonna have to put it in like bottom C tier because I'm not gonna put it in D tier because I can't. If I don't remember it, it probably wasn't all that bad and it probably wasn't all that great. Thriller Bark. Thriller Bark. I'm gonna be honest. It's a hard watch. I'm definitely. It's a hard watch. I'm putting it bottom of D tier or C tier. Sorry. Not anything crazy. Not anything cool. I mean, okay, there's a couple cool things that happen in Thriller Bark, but it's like some of it's just a slog. You get introduced to Gecko Moria, who's a 7 Warlord of the Sea. He's pretty cool. Honestly, I like his Devil Fruit. He's pretty cool. But in my opinion, it's just not a crazy arc. It's just not. Next up is Sabaody. Sabaody, pretty cool arc. Now that I'm, thinking things over a little bit, you get to see You get to see you get to see an admiral. I think it's the second time we see an admiral because we see Aokiji in Long Ring Longland. Still my least favorite arc. I hate Long Ring Longland. It's atrocious. But at Sabaody, you see Barcelino, who has the light fruit. You get to see some mermaids. You get to see kind of like what's happening with the higher ups in the government in One Piece world. It's just a great arc. You get to see Luffy fucking beat the shit out of a celestial dragon. Like what else is there to say? Is it an S tier? No. Why? It's just I don't know. You don't get to. Enies Lobby just felt so much more impactful for me than Sabaody did. I mean, I felt great after Luffy punched that fucking Celestial Dragon, but I don't know. Just wasn't that great. Amazon Lily. Amazon Lily is interesting. You get to hear about Fire Fist Ace, Luffy's brother, is captured and imprisoned in Impel Down. Not a crazy arc. I mean, the part with Fire Fist Ace being captured is pretty crazy. I think my favorite scene of Amazon Lily is when Luffy's talking about his family jewels to the ladies because it's an only island of women. So, and they've never seen a man before. But yeah, it's an alright arc. I'm gonna put it in B tier. I don't even know. I don't really want to put it at bottom of B tier. It's not bottom. Like, I love all these arcs. All these arcs are pretty cool. But the funny factor of Amazon Lily definitely comes into play here. So I'm going to put it underneath Actually, I'm going to put it underneath Water 7. It's going to be second on B tier for now. Impel Down. Impel Down was a very, in my opinion, sad arc. We lose Bon Clay. Bon Clay was introduced in God, I can't remember. But he's pretty cool. Basically he's Devil Fruit Realism changing people. He became friends with Straw Hat before, and then he got imprisoned after Luffy kicked the crap out of Crocodile. Other than that, like, it's a great arc. I love it. We get introduced to Magellan, but the only problem is we only see Magellan once. But we do get introduced to Impel Down, which is pretty great. It's pretty great. I'm gonna put it in A tier. And I'm gonna put it above Alabasta. I like Magellan's character. I like we got to meet some of the Revolutionary Army people, like Ivankov. It's very sad. I'm gonna be honest. It's very sad. But next up is Marineford. Marineford. I would say a lot of people would probably put it in S tier, right? I don't know. It's got some crazy good aura moments. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I do put it in S tier. I'll put it in S tier, but okay. I gotta slow down. I'm gonna put it underneath Enies Lobby. It's just, I don't know. It's not. It doesn't make me feel the way Enies Lobby did. But you get to see Whitebeard. You get to see Akainu. You get to see all the warlords, and you get to see this crazy aura. Fuck off! I can't fucking do it. You get to see this. You get to see this crazy aura moment that I'm gonna put on the screen right here. Sorry, I'm new to this whole videoing thing, so cut me some slack. But I mean, you see an aura moment here of Luffy being in front of the admirals, and I mean that's pretty cool. And we get to see Garp, who's Luffy's grandfather, who we meet earlier. Honestly, it is an S tier, but it's just not the same. It doesn't feel S tier for me, but I do know it's S tier. Post-war. Post-war is all the Straw Hats kind of get split off at Sabaody, and so they kind of all start doing their own thing. And personally, not the craziest thing. I mean, it is really good, but it just wasn't interesting to me in the slightest. So I'm gonna put it in the bottom of C tier. Nothing. I didn't really like it. Return to Sabaody. immediately I'm putting it at the bottom A. The aura moment. This might sound biased because I fucking love aura moments in One Piece. Okay, um, but like the return to Sabaody just shows how much they've grown because they were struggling against Pacifitas. Shit, they were struggling against pacifistas in uh in the other Sabaody arc, but when they returned, no fucking issue. We find out that somebody's trying to copy them because they've been gone for 2 years and they're a bunch of bums, and basically they just get packed up. Like they're gone. They're out of here. No more. Next up is Fishman Island. Huh. There might be a reason why they remade it. It's because not a lot of people liked it, me included. I didn't really like it. The pacing's a little off. I just don't really like it. Um, Nothing real crazy happens. We get introduced to Hody, and we get to see more of Luffy's training in action. We get to see Red Hawk. Red Hawk's pretty cool. Um, but I don't know. It's just nothing crazy. I'm gonna put it in the bottom of B tier. I don't know. It's nothing crazy. I mean, we get to see some pretty cool stuff with Luffy, but other than that, it's nothing crazy. Not crazy like Drum Island, Alabasta, but all those other ones are pretty great. Punk Hazard. I gotta think about Punk Hazard. Honestly, I don't know. Punk Hazard, not anything crazy. We get introduced to Caesar. We get to see what he's doing to these kids, trying to turn them into giants. We get to see more of the. We get to see a Tashigi again after meeting her in Logtown with Smoker. Forgot to mention that. Not really anything crazy in my opinion. We don't get to see, really any cool fights. We get to Punk Hazard is an island of where Aokiji and Akainu fought, which is pretty cool. They basically just changed one half into hot, one half into cold. That's pretty cool. So honestly, I'm gonna put it in bottom of B tier above Fishman Island. It just I don't know, it just wasn't all that interesting to me. We get introduced to Law. Well, we don't get introduced to Law, but we get to see Law again back at Sabaody. I keep forgetting to mention shit. If you think I forgot to mention something, please put them down in the comments so people don't get confused. I'm trying to, record this a little quick. It is almost 11 p.m. at night, and I would like to go to bed. But next up is Dressrosa. And honestly, I understand why people don't like Dressrosa, but it's really, I honestly didn't like some of it. A lot of it is really just fucking, there was this girl, I don't know. I'll put her on screen. This girl has the same backstory like 30 episodes in a row. I don't get it. I don't understand. She just has the same she just does the same shit. It's the same backstory, just 5 different fucking times. It's ridiculous. But other than that, we get introduced to Doflamingo, one of my favorite characters, and one of what people regard as the best villain in One Piece, in my opinion. Or one of the cooler villains in One Piece. We get to see Luffy Gear 4, Bounce Man, pretty aura. I fucking love that. I forgot to mention we get to see Gear 3 in Enies Lobby, which is pretty sick. That's why it's also S tier. But back to Dressrosa. Dressrosa is some of my favorite arcs because we get to see Law and Luffy versus Doflamingo. We get to see Doflamingo versus Luffy. We get to see Zoro. We get to see all the characters kind of fight together as one against different characters, and I think that's really cool. I'm gonna put it top of A, which might make people a little mad. I don't care. I like Dressrosa. Besides the fact that fucking, some people hate it because of the fucking backstory shit, but I don't care. Zoe. Zoe, nothing really crazy all happens. I mean, we get introduced to Jack from Kaido's crew. But honestly, and we get introduced to some more people from Wano, because we get introduced to some people from Wano in Punk Hazard, but they're not really crazy important yet, so I didn't really talk about them. But Zoe, they get to become a little bit more important. We get to see the first road poneglyph. But honestly, it's just not anything crazy. I'm gonna put it bottom A. I mean, it is a good arc. We get introduced to like the voice of all things, where Momo. I'll put a picture of him on the screen if you don't know. Um, he can talk to the elephant, Zoe, and apparently Zoe is tied to Joy Boy in some way, and we don't know how yet, but we have theories. But again, I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A. I just not a crazy arc. It is a good arc. I enjoyed it for the most part. It just wasn't anything crazy in my opinion. Next up, Whole Cake Island. Whole Cake Island, it's not bad. We get introduced to it's one of my favorite fights, and it introduces one of my favorite characters. We get to see one Katakuri. We get to see Big Mom. We get to see Cracker, I think his name is. We get introduced to Beji. We get introduced to Pudding. And we get to see Sanji's backstory. We get to see Sanji's dad, his siblings. It's not a bad arc. It's kind of a hard watch, though. It's not really anything crazy until you get towards the nitty gritty. When we get to the action, it's really nothing crazy that happens. I'm not going to put it high A. I want to put it above Impelled Down and Alabasta because I really like the arc. I might be a little biased. I love Katakuri. Katakuri is a great character. I want to see more of him in later episodes, honestly. The Reverie. Reverie was kind of nothing, kind of something. I don't really remember what all happened at the Reverie. Honestly, bottom of B tier. It's really just nothing for the most part. At least in my opinion. I don't remember much from the Reverie because I wasn't all that interested. Nothing really happened. It was literally 20 episodes long, I think. I guess we good. Excuse me. I guess we do get to see One Piece fucking One Piece. Luffy's friends help out Shirahoshi, the mermaid princess. That's pretty cool. We get to see like his influence on other people that he's helped. So that's pretty cool. Wano. Immediate top fucking S tier. Oh my god. Actually, hold on. Let me retract that statement. I'm gonna put it high A. High A. I'm gonna put it top of A tier. Why? Why is it an S tier? Because most of it, it's paced poorly. It's really long. Same with Dressrosa. Dressrosa is really long, but this one just beats Dressrosa because it's just the GOAT. I fucking love it. We get to see Gear 5. We get to see Kaido and Luffy fight. We get to see Odin and Kaido fight. We get to see Queen and Sanji and King and Zoro. It's a long one. I'm not actually. I'll put it bottom of S tier. I'll put it above Marineford. You get some crazy good fights. We get some crazy good animation. Definitely a good start. This is where things start kicking off for One Piece, and people start realizing that holy fuck, this show is more than just like this is where the animation kicked off. I think this is where a lot of people started watching again. This is where I really started watching. As soon as Gear 5 came out and I saw the animation, I was like, what the fuck is happening? I want to know what happened. So I started watching. But no, yeah, I'm going to put it in second place at S tier. Egghead Island. Fucking S tier. Holy fuck, am I not kidding. This arc is the greatest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. One, we get to learn about Kuma's backstory. Crazy backstory, by the way. Highly recommend you go watch that. It made me fucking cry for days. That's a lie. Maybe cried for about an hour. But no, it's a crazy good arc. You get some crazy new world building. You get to meet Dr. Vegapunk. We get to meet Lucci for the second time. We get a round 2 of Lucci versus Luffy. We also get Barcelino versus Luffy. We get to see the 5 Elders versus Luffy. We also get introduced to Emu for the first time. We don't get to actually see him. Well, we do, but we don't actually know what he looks like. But it's like, how peak can this fucking arc be, bro? It's actually peak. It's the peakest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. But other than that, I mean, Egghead is my favorite arc by far right now. It is definitely my favorite arc. We see a lot. It has my favorite episode in it. But no, I think I made a pretty good tier list. But what do you guys think? Please put them down in the comments. I would really like to see what you guys think of my tier list. And maybe I missed something out on some arcs because it's been a while. I've literally been caught up for about a year and a half now, I think. So please leave a comment. I'd love to see what you guys think about my tier list and what you think I should change about it. But other than that, I think this is a pretty good tier list. So, but with that, subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Twitch. I go live about every day at 6 p.m. Join the Discord. It's on my Twitch profile. I'll put a link in the description of my Twitch. Go join the Discord. There's cool stuff in there. Not a lot of people are in there yet, and I would like to see some more people so we can get some more chatters, get some more stream ideas, get some more game recommendations. Love to see you in there. But other than that, subscribe to YouTube, follow the Twitch, go see all my socials. But other than that, good night.